Zero cool. What are your thoughts on that?
So my first question is the whole industry is really quiet about this. They're not talking about, in my opinion, how ridiculous this is. Now, some people may spin it like, hey, look, this is a test run by Fanatics and it went successful. They sold 600 of those cases, 200 are still left out there. Okay, that's fine. And sure, it has Gary Vee's name. So over the long term, those boxes may hold decent value, but it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And you could just see, just on my comment section, a lot of people happen to agree with me. And there are a lot of people in the industry have been quiet about it. And also, what really ticked me off is that people in the industry really didn't say anything about in my opinion, the obvious shill bidding that's going on in regarding these cards. And I talked about just last week, there were about, I believe, like 5 review people that were bidding up these cards. And the second highest bid for some of these cards were also zero. So obviously there was a lot of foul activity going on, and no one's talking about it. And I think that's a huge problem, because if they're not talking about this, then what's going on with other cards? And that's, in my opinion, inflating the comps of other sports cards that we may look at. So people come back and me saying like, "Hey, why do you care?" I'm caring because there's some sports cards that you like and I like, and that we see on the comps, and those comps are not accurate.
But
I don't know what you think about that.
let me just ask you this question, all right?
Yeah.
When I think of auction, like when I think of eBay, and I know you participate in eBay. When I think of
Yes.
eBay and auctions, there's some shill bidding going on,
Correct.
no matter what card you're talking about,
Right.
right? I tell the story all the time. I had a person I work with, and they were telling me the story 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Probably three years or so removed from high school. They're in their friends will go to discount sporting good places,
Mm-hmm.
and they will buy up ski equipment that's at a reduced cost. They're trying to get rid of. They're trying to close the door of the store, and then they will go and have one person of the group put that ski equipment up for sale, and then the other two or three will work that price of that item up,
Yeah.
aka shill bidding.
Correct.
And they did this on a regular basis. No, we're not
Mm-hmm.
even talking about cars.
Oh yeah, it's rampant throughout eBay, and
So I
eBay.
almost think whenever I hear of an auction, if I'm bidding on something,
Yes.
I'm aware that somebody may be working this price up. But to
Yes.
me, in this system that we have, and with eBay being what it is, or some of these other auctions, that could actually occur.
Correct. Correct.
So how do you? I mean, we really can't stop it, right?
Um, we can't stop it, but if you put enough pressure on individuals that are the so-called leaders of the hobby, and you press them on it, they may actually start doing something about it. I mean, just look at, I saw some of the comments. Jeff Wilson just did an April Fool video, and he may have looked at some of these comments. He maybe looked at my videos, and he's well aware of it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, he has a relationship with eBay. Now the question is, can he do something about it based on his close relationship with eBay? And that's the thing. And a lot of people are ticked off about it, and you could just see it in my comment section. And I don't have, a large channel, and a if a bunch of people on my channel are echoing my thought process, then if you look at eBay's side, you're going to see less people go to eBay, less revenues for eBay, and then during a recession, all of these shill bids are going to hurt eBay's bottom line. I mean, right now with all these shill bids, you could see, okay, people may be manipulated into paying a higher price, but during a tougher economy, they're not going to be paying these higher prices. So, in my opinion, it's in the interest of the leaders and eBay to try to come to some sort of solution for sports cards. I understand it happens for other items, but I'm looking particularly at sports cards because That's one of my hobbies. I invest in it. I collect it, and yeah.
So let me ask you a tough question. So
Yeah.
when you put product on eBay to sell,
Yes.
right, are you thinking of shill bidding?
Hell no, I'm not going to shill bid it at all.
No, are you thinking of your item that you're selling?
Yeah.
Maybe you should bid it up, and
There
you
was,
sell
I
off.
believe there was one time someone tried to shill bid it and they didn't pay.
Mhm.
I think if I'm selling an item that people are buying into, I need to change the features and remove all the people with 0 reviews. So I didn't end up selling the card. So I did bring it upon myself. I just didn't have many issues with non-payers for sports cards. Usually, the people that have bought sports cards from us, they have paid. So that's why I wasn't worried. It's more of the bigger auction houses.
Understood.
It's like I'm not going to pick on Probstein, but I'm just seeing a lot of individuals with 0 reviews. They're not paying up. And now we're on that topic, like Patrick Mahomes cards. I did a video this week. All of these dudes are 0 review guys for this 2017 Optic Hollow PSA 10. That's a card that I bought, I told you earlier in the show, for about 140 bucks, and it sold for 3,800 bucks. And the thing, I sold it like last year, but the thing is that all of last month, all the shill bids, in my opinion, were about 3,200 bucks, where the actual auction price, fair market value, was close to, I think, 2,500 bucks. And I just saw before this video, one of the auctions was $3,200 for Optic Hollow PSA 10. And then I saw a 0 review purchaser. And not only that, the two big places where people look for comps, they put it as an actual sale. Now, in the coming days and weeks, I'm pretty sure that sale will be removed, as this was a fake buyer.
Yeah.
But people depend on these comps from these applications, and they don't do anything about it until, give it a few days, and then the next sale comes up. They put that as an actual sale. And it's eventually what's going to happen. I see in the next few years a recession, and people are just going to be fed up. I just see it all over my comment section. People are ticked. I don't know about you. I mean, you do different type of content. You do more interactions with people. Me, I don't look at just the a cheerful side of the hobby. That's what you do, right? I try
No,
to look at
I wouldn't say I look at a cheerful side of the hobby.
no.
I show people what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's the best
And
way
I,
of
and I
putting it.
show people what I've done for years. Like this is
Hmm.
not.
Okay.
I've been bidding on eBay since the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing about eBay has changed really since then.
Yeah, for
If we're
sure.
talking about shill bidding, it's been going on for
Yeah, it's
decades.
been going on for a while.
This is not new.
It's not new, but you have to remember sports card interest is probably a lot of people are interested in it. And
Well, would you say that interest started in 2020 or 2019? When did that interest start?
I think all of the excitement started about March of 2020. I mean, we were in it before. You're obviously in sports cards way before me.
Mhm.
But yeah, a lot of people got in and they're burned and they're ticked off. And like I told you, I see it in the comments section all the time. Some people may be underwater, some people may not. And if these type of issues don't get resolved, even though they've been going on for a while,
So let me
and
ask you this question:
yeah, yeah.
what would you suggest to stop or slow down shill bidding?
Well, it starts from the top, the so-called big auction houses on eBay. They should, I believe there's a feature where you could get rid of 0 review individuals just
But
from micro.
but you do know there are people out there with 10 reviews, 15 reviews that are shill bidding.
Yes, that is true. And I would
Because I
first
remember
start,
when I first started on eBay,
yeah.
there were people that wouldn't sell to me if I had less than 25 reviews or so.
Hmm.
So I had to find my way through to purchase stuff to get up to that point
Right,
in order
right.
to even buy anything.
Yeah,
So there are people out here with less. I know we I think people draw to 0 reviews, but there are people out here with less.
Oh yeah.
Or what I always looked at when I was buying something is the activity level. How often have you sold something? And if you haven't sold something for a while, I'm not even interested in buying.
That is true.
Let me let you go back to the original question. What would you suggest?
Yeah, I would just probably have all these individuals that are auction houses running it first start getting rid of the 0 review people bidding on it, and then you could determine, okay, who are the most willing to not pay, or who are the individuals not paying. And it's probably, like you said, individuals below what, 10 or something like that. And yeah, obviously there are people maybe with 5,000 reviews, they may shill bid something, but I've noticed that people with higher review count and those with all these positive reviews, those individuals are more likely to pay. So I think it comes down to that, because at the end of the day, if you are an auction house and you have all these 0 review people bidding on your cards, people will not want to go to you. They may just go elsewhere. So it is what it is. And anyone who tried to sell Mahomes last month is probably ticked off. I don't know who's selling that optic hollow PSA 10, but there's also the Panini Prism. I saw a lot of 0 review people bidding that up. So ultimately, people will get ticked off at these auction houses, and they're going to probably find some other way to sell these cards. They're going to go off platform, in my opinion.
So I know if you go to My Slabs, like I purchased some stuff off My Slabs, you can straight purchase. Have you purchased anything off My Slabs?
Not yet. I haven't yet.
Have you purchased anything off CompC?
I have purchased off of CompC, but I use their eBay because on eBay they ship quicker. Because I've heard all these complaints of if you go to CompC, they're slow in shipping. So that's what I do. Do you go use CompC?
I'll purchase off My Slabs. I use CompC as a research tool. I've never
Interesting.
anything off CompC.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I do a couple of things as research.
Yep.
Just to see what people are pricing something at.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll look and see if something has moved. So if a James Wiseman card is $120, how long is it sitting there?
Right. Makes sense.
So is that like a real price or not?
That's smart.
In terms of zero cool, I haven't heard anyone say I guarantee. I mean, there have been people that have been very bullish on it, and they may be right. But that being said, it seems to be
Card Ladder put out some information the other day. Came out at 2,100 a box, went up to 16,000. I think right now it's around like 8 or 9, maybe even 6. I think it's at 6.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I've been looking at that data too. I don't look at those sites. I try to just dig the information myself. But yeah, it's 2,100 first. It went to 16,000. It looked like shill bids around 15,000, some 13,000. And now, yeah, it's come crashing down. Like you said, I was seeing something about 7,000 the other day. Yep. Because people were buying in bulk. Yep. And I felt that with all of these alleged shill bids, that eventually demand would go lower and these prices are going to come back to normal. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back to like $4,000 or $5,000 and there's a floor around there. But, I could be wrong. Yeah. Just thinking out loud.